Howdy folks, I want to talk today about blanketing. So tonight with the wind chill factor it's going to be 0 degrees and I am standing here with Thunder. I'm taking care of Thunder for a few weeks while his owner is out of the country, and Thunder is a beautiful black Arabian, but we are blanketing horses tonight because even though it's not going to be wet, the wind chill factor is still gonna make it 0 degrees. So this is a Tough One winter blanket, and it's got the little Snugget system here to where you can pull up this little clasp or this little piece of material, and you can loop it around and then you can adjust it around his neck. I like the Snugget ones a lot because when you have horses that have different sized necks, I really like this style blanket. But when you are putting a blanket on a horse, the few things you want to watch out for are you want to make sure all your connectors are clasped correctly, make sure your Velcro is strapped correctly. If you've got things like this, like Snuggets and stuff, then make sure that they are measured correctly. You can get a hand in and out of there. It's not too tight, it's not choking your horse. And there are more straps here down under his tail area. These are his leg straps, and basically what happens under here is the strap starts over here, it goes around his leg, and then it connects right here. And what I do, same thing happens on this side with this leg. There's a connector here, goes around his leg, and then it connects in the front of his leg right there. But what I do, and a lot of people do, is we loop the one leg through the other leg. So we don't crisscross them. In other words, this leg strap stays with this leg and this leg strap stays with that leg, but we just simply create a little loop through them so that they are connected. So that way it just holds them on better when the horse is walking. He's got mud on him. And then this is the little tail flap that comes over the tail to protect them from, rain and snow and such. And then you have your belly bands, or your surcingle style belly bands. There's 2 of these. One of them goes that direction toward the tail, and then the other one goes that direction toward the nose. We do crisscross those underneath the horse, and then they are hooked on these little clasps. So that one over there on his right side that is coming toward the tail comes under his belly on a diagonal and hooks to this. The one that is on his right that is coming in the direction towards his nose, it crosses under the horse. See, like that? It crosses under the horse and then it connects here. This helps them to not get their legs caught in it, their back legs, if they're rolling. And a very important thing when you're connecting blankets, and again, I wouldn't do this under any horse. I know Thunder, I've known him for over 10 years. I am very safe around Thunder. I'm not worried about him, but you need to tighten these to where you can get, just about like that. You don't want them dangling way down here and really loose, because if they roll, when they roll, they kick their feet and they can get those legs caught up under there and they can really get hung up and they can get into a bind. Horses break legs, they panic, they freak out. I'm coming, buddy. So I always just like to keep a little bit of distance there. You can see there's probably about 3 inches maybe hanging down. Not too tight. I mean, this is not a girth strap. We don't want to really cinch him up under here. We just want to, make sure that the blanket is connected correctly and is hanging correctly. We also want to make sure that it's relatively even on all sides. Like, you come to the back of the tail to see this, you don't want half the blanket on the ground and then the other half way up his body. I mean, obviously use common sense and get it, get it worked out to where it's relatively even on the horse. Again, around their neck, this is a very critical area. You do not want this choking them. You don't want it super tight, but you don't want it super loose. So I can fit pretty much my hand down in there. It's nice and warm down in there. And, you know, you don't want it pulling way down on their withers here. You want just a nice kind of even fit. And when you're checking a horse for heat, you want to reach under the blanket down onto their backs to see if they're sweating. If they're sweating, then they're too hot. And that could be dangerous as well. So I know, buddy, you want to go back out. He's like, open this door. But anyway, Thunder, thank you for being such a good guinea pig today and demonstrator. He says, I'm no guinea pig. Look at that big yawn. So I'm going to go ahead and turn Thunder out now, but I just wanted you all to get a quick little lesson there on blanketing. All right, take care.